Okay, today under stoichiometry and the mole concept, I'll be going through the empirical formula. Empirical formula of a compound is in the simplest formula of the compound. It shows the types of elements present in the compound and the simplest ratio of elements in the compound. There are three steps in finding out the empirical formula, and they are: find the mass of the reactants, then work out the relative moles of the reactants used, and lastly, find the formula using the mole ratio obtained. So this is a table over here which you can use to find the empirical formula. So first things first is to list out your elements A and B, then list out the mass, which you can write over here, then find out the relative atomic mass of the element, which you can do so by looking at your periodic table. After that, calculate the number of moles by taking mass divided by your relative atomic mass. And lastly, to find the mole ratio, you need to divide it by the lowest ratio. So let's look at an example to understand what I'll be talking about. So an example is a substance when weight is found to be composed of magnesium and oxygen. So magnesium and oxygen are your two elements which have been listed over here. Weigh 1.20 grams and 0.80 grams respectively. So key in the mass respectively in their columns. What is the empirical formula of the compound? So next thing is to find out the relative atomic mass of each element respectively by looking at your periodic table. So for magnesium it's 24 and for oxygen it's 16. Next, calculate the number of moles. So for magnesium it will be 1.20 divided by 24, which will give you 0.05. And for oxygen it will be 0.80 divided by 16, which will also give you 0.05. To find the mole ratio, it is just 0.5 divided by 0.5, we will get 1. And the same thing for oxygen. So because the mole ratio is 1:1, therefore the empirical formula of this compound is MgO. And that is 2 minutes of chemistry. See you next time.